What's going on, YouTube? This is Squids. How's it going? It's been a week. We haven't really lived much throughout life. We've done my two reviews. Alex and I have lived quite a bit of life, and we have I've made Alex suffer through the 1980s slash early 90s sci-fi murderous. I don't even know what genre you technically classify this as, but
Oh,
flick.
cyberpunk.
You see, that's kind of what I would go to, but Angel Cop. And I'm not even gonna like beat around the bush. It's fucking brutal. Like, okay, so let's first have, since he's the guest, I'm gonna have Alex, if you would, describe exactly what he thought the general plot synopsis was, and then we'll go in depth into the scenario because for 6 episodes, like there's not a lot going on, but at the same time there kind of is. So what? Tell me what you exactly thought about the series and kind of how you went through it.
So, what I would like to say first off is I watched the dub, so some of the lines are obviously going to be different. Like, I doubt in the Japanese original audio it said something about along the lines of is if this is justice, then I'm a banana. I'm not sure, but that was in the dub.
Oh my god,
That was
no, that's
that was
definitely not in the sub version, but I like
no.
this. Yeah, just to
Do you
clarify,
want to know what?
yes.
Do you want to know what fucking point it was at?
Well, in the
When she's
beginning.
got to shoot Raiden. She literally says, "If this is justice, then I'm a banana," and then fucking starts shooting him.
Okay, just to clarify for everybody, Alex watched the dub, and I'm a sub guy, so we're also gonna have different perspectives on the series. But Alex, continue away, please.
And I want to touch on that, especially like this era in anime. Like, yeah, there's a lot of mistakes in the current generation of anime, a lot of lost in translations because we just don't have words for the words that they concepts and words that they have. But the 90s and 80s were fucking terrible for just complete rewrites when it's like dubbing and subbing over dub versus sub. It's ridiculous. But I'll go back and watch the sub at some point because like there's a lot of stuff I think was lost. But anyway, so yeah, it's an interesting anime set in like a very authoritarian Japan. They're under a lot of terrorist attacks from the fucking commies and stuff like that. And it really just touches on an overreaching government trying to prevent terrorism through essentially any means necessary. I mean, you have this whole agency of this arm of the police that I think they call them like the special task force police or something like that in the dub.
Yep, that's what they also call them in the sub too, technically. So that's accurate at least.
So you've got these people who are essentially licensed to pretty much stop these terrorists by any means necessary. So killing them, you've got a lot of conflicting morality in it. You've got characters who change their morality throughout the series. So there is actually like, despite it just being like essentially a fucking 80s action flick for the most part, there is fucking a lot of character development in it. And if I were to really compare it to anything, now you might want to slap me in the face after this, but it's like Ghost in the Shell meets RoboCop.
No, that's honestly, in my opinion, that's extremely accurate. I wouldn't even
It was
slap you in the face for that. That's just the truth.
it was ridiculous. But yeah, so you know, there's a lot of stuff going on with morality in there. So you got your main character Angel, which I don't even know if I'd really consider her the main character. I mean, the fucking series is like Angel Cop, but like it's really much involving all the characters throughout, and like 6 episodes. How can you really have a main character for 6 episodes?
And you know what the craziest part is?
What?
This was based off a manga that was only 5 chapters.
Wow, they made a 6 episode off of a 5 chapter manga.
Yeah, dude, and it took 5 years.
Yeah, that's ridiculous to do fucking 6 episodes.
Yeah,
I
they
suppose
did.
back then a lot of stuff was less efficient, and talking about some stuff we're going to talk about later, there was a little bit of red tape around it.
See, and that's the irony is like a lot of people nowadays will complain about the fact that, like, sure, obviously everybody knows especially on my channel that watches consistently, that I'm a big ReZero fan. And people will whine about the fact that it takes like 2 to 3 years per season. Like we got the first season, 2.5 year gap, second season. Looks, we don't know for sure, but it looks like season three won't air until fall 2024, winter 2025. But like those are, 2 3 year gaps. We're talking fucking 4 5 year gaps between 6 episodes. Like
That's just ridiculous.
the 90s and 80s were fucking crazy. And people fucking like waited for that shit, Like,
Exactly.
and we got people now that whine about this stuff. It's just, it blows my mind every time I really think about it. Like, just the fact how we're going to divert from this now, even, we're going to get back to it, I swear. But like, the fact that like kids nowadays have an attention span of like 2 seconds. And
Yeah,
then like,
pretty much.
and then they're over it. Like it's just crazy. Like these motherfuckers waited half a decade to get the final half of that, and the second half of this show compared to the first half is just wild.
It really
Like,
is. Like that's where everything starts to happen. Like when you were trying to describe it to me and say it, talk about all the brutality, like arguably I would say like the first real view in the brutality is that torture scene,
yeah,
which that was fucked up, dude. Oh, let's disinfect your arm and pours fucking boiling water on it.
because like
Fucking can see the
realistically,
maggots and shit.
yeah, dude. Like technically speaking, the first like brutality scene you get is like episode one. You have Angel who walks in and she's
Oh
freaking
yeah, I
it was
remember that now.
Isamasu is like coming in on the quote unquote terrorists that are the ones that supposedly had these missiles that came out of that Porsche.
Porsche.
And so she comes in and she shoots the receptionist twice in the torso and twice in the head. And I can't
Her
remember.
brains, man. Her
Yeah,
brains.
dude, that is one of the most epically animated scenes in the whole fucking world. Like I have this on the 2022 remastered version. So they went
Okay.
in and fucking like repicked everything and like obviously remastered it, like as the name says. But like I watched it back in like 2013 and thought it was great. But when that came out, the last 4 or 5 years I've been in this zone where I've been buying like every single 80s slash early 90s OVA slash movie that's been coming out remastered and just watching the piss out of them because in my personal opinion I think that 80s slash 90s anime was peak. You had
Oh,
absolutely no limitations, like no PC warriors coming in and telling you what to do. They just did
exactly.
whatever they wanted.
I mean, a little bit of a tangent, but like even like my first anime I ever watched, Akira, that you get watch a dude get fucking sliced right like damn near in half with a fucking laser gun, and there's just a blood explosion, man.
Oh
That's the
yeah,
reason
no,
why I got into anime.
I agree. Like Akira, Angel Cop, Genocyber. There's like I could give you a whole list. Like we'll go through some of these in the next like whatever weeks because sadly for everybody listening, Mitch was supposed to be on tonight, but he had some family business to get on to. And eventually Alex is actually going to start his own podcast pretty soon. And once he does, I will plug the shit out of that. But until that happens, Alex is going to be a pretty regular person on this podcast, and I'm making him watch pretty much anything that I decide. But I am trying to keep it within his range. I don't want this poor man to suffer through some bullshit he doesn't like. But I figured the fact that he loves Akira so much, as if you watched our first podcast, you would know, I figured this would be right up his alley, and from what I'm understanding, I think he definitely at least enjoyed it enough to not hate
So
it.
the one thing I did hate was the ending just falls right off a cliff.
Yeah,
Like there's no hard conclusions to anything.
that's correct.
That was some bullshit. I was like, what? What? I even like scrolled past the credits and I was like, what?
I knew that was coming because that's what I did the first time I watched this series. I'm like, this is good. This is good. This is good. And then I get to the ending and I'm like, 7 out of 10. Could have been higher. What the fuck did you do? Like,
I I definitely want to find and read the manga now though, because I pulled up Angel Cop on Wikipedia just because I wanted to be able to like reference the character names and stuff. And I guess in the
yes.
manga, Angel gets actually turned into a cyborg pretty much. Just
Yeah.
like Raven.
Yep. 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 Because, like, yeah, obviously, like, we got characters. Like, I mean, let's talk about, like, I think they kept the names the same in the dub, from what I understand, but, Asura,
Uh,
Mr.
yeah,
Puffy
yeah, Asura.
Hair. Yeah,
Yeah, they
Asura.
they
Yeah.
spelt it very they pronounced it very English. So
Very
I
English, right.
loved him. I
But yeah,
fucking loved him.
but yeah, Asura, he reminds me of like an 80s hair metal goddess.
I
Like,
know. That
there
whole
should,
group was like just went 80s hair metal for a minute. I was just like, I kind of like this, but I was not a fan of Muscle Mommy though.
you weren't a fan of Muscle Mommy?
No, bro, I
You
don't
didn't,
know
you
how it
didn't
was
like
in the I don't know
Lucifer?
how it was. I don't know how it was in the dub, but she was like all like into shit. She was like, "I'm about to rape your mind. Feel me raping your mind and shit like that." I'm just like, "What? What's going
No,
on?"
she was absolutely like that in the dub. I did not like her character either. Like,
No, I
I
did
love,
not.
I loved Asura and I loved Freya because
I
Freya's,
love Freya too.
she's this poor little innocent girl that's pretty much got dragged into everything, like always, right? But like, yeah, no, Miss Muscle Mommy, she's kind of that character. I think you're intentionally, no matter who you are, supposed to hate because God, she fucking sucks.
She really fucking does. I really enjoyed watching her get lasers blasted through her chest, and I think it was like the last episode.
Yeah, yep. And then like, yeah, because like you don't really realize it, but like with God, what was his name? The gray-haired scientist that I just fucking hate.
Uh, what the fuck was his name?
Because I can't think of it, but like, yeah, he was like from the beginning. He's like, "Oh, you'll be talking to me pretty soon," and like you don't even think about it. And then out of nowhere, he's like, "Yeah, I've been just like genetically modifying all these fucking people to be better than your fucking cops that you have," and it's just like,
It's
"Oh
fucked up.
no, seriously though, like that's why, like, I think honestly, if you're okay with it, and the fans might be too, I kind of want to continue on with the 80s slash early 90s animes from now on for at least a little bit, not forever,
Oh,
but like,
dude, yeah, you're talking to the right guy here because like again, some of my favorites of all time. I did say Ghost in the Shell standalone complex, which I know
dude,
came out later, but it started with the movie,
here's the thing though.
you know.
My personal thing, Ghost in the Shell, I've actually only ever watched the movie.
Oh, dude, standalone complex is so good though.
Because wasn't that early like mid 2000s?
Yeah, it was. And some of it was lost. They updated the animation style and stuff,
And
which
was it
I'm gonna say
was
it right here and right now, 90s animation style was fucking peak. It's
dude,
a lot less generic. It had a lot more artistic expression in it.
do you have a 4K TV or
Yes, I do.
and you have an Xbox One or a PS5?
I got Xbox Series X and a PS5. Yes, I'm gonna flex a little bit.
Okay. Well, I'm probably gonna head to Alex's house in a couple weeks, so I will bring some of my remastered shit and we'll watch it.
Nice.
We'll watch it on your TV.
I'll make some weeb snacks. I'll figure it out.
Oh, so you're gonna make well, that means we have to watch like K-On! Or some really sappy weeb animes like what's another one? Love Chuboino and Delusions of the Heart.
So I will tell you right now, like my whole fucking just my taste in anime goes all over the place. Like I can watch pretty much any genre of anime and find some sort of enjoyment in it.
Well, here's the thing too. Did you not watch? Or you didn't have to watch it. I don't expect that. But did you not see my last video I uploaded 2 days ago? Slice of life, man. Slice of life is like my guilty pleasure. I don't really talk about too much because people don't exactly love slice of life as much as I do. But I
Well, isn't
watched
isn't Clannad, is it Clannad or Clannad?
Claned.
Yeah. Isn't that a slice?
Oh God, no. Did you watch just the first season?
I watched. Are there two seasons of it? I don't think I ever watched a movie for it.
There's Claned and Claned After Story.
Pretty sure I watched After Story because I did cry.
That would be the second season.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I watched After Story because
Did you not watch
so
the first one?
I did watch the first one too, I'm pretty sure. Because the
Okay.
first one, they're all like about to graduate high school and shit like that.
Yeah, okay. So yeah, we're gonna get into Claned right now. Spoiler warning. So this time I'm gonna try to be nice and spoiler warn, just cause I don't know. I don't want to be nice. My fans they're squids. They don't need to fucking either way. Yeah, the first season is like it's like, yeah, high school. Yeah, everything sucks. Oh, by the way, there's this girl that likes starfish sculptures made out of wood, and then like she's a ghost because she's dead, and then like season two happens, and like it's like guess what? The main character and the girl are dating. Oh, guess what? They're getting married now,
Guess what?
and
They had a kid together.
And guess what? They got a kid together. But guess what? Because technically, before I get into the ending here, this is based off a, visual novel. Planet is, and
Yep.
that's where the two endings come from. So the first ending is obviously, like I said, spoilers. So if you don't want it, skip about a minute or two. But obviously, she dies,
Yep.
and then the kid dies,
Yep.
and then he's alone. He's truly fucking alone. And but the thing is, when after the wife dies, obviously because he hates his dad, and his mom wasn't there, and then he finds out this whole time that his dad did everything he could in his power to raise his kid, and then like it's just the most heart wrenching series like you'll ever watch,
It
and
really
then
is.
dude, I cried so fucking hard to Clandid the first time I watched it, and I still watch it once a year. It's
I
hard
really
to
should watch it again.
well, let's watch it in 2 weeks. Let's watch it.
Yeah, let's do it, and then we'll
I have.
talk to everyone about it.
Yeah, we'll watch Planet and talk about it, so we won't go too hard about it. That's what we'll, but that's really hard to do because that's like we're gonna have to binge it all weekend, just so you know. Like
I
that's
know it's a lot.
well,
Well, so maybe
what we could
maybe we
do.
should
I was
stick
we could
to shorter for now, and then what we'll do is me and you won't watch it together, but we'll put it in our rotations,
I
and
was
when
gonna
we both
say
have it finished.
yeah. So what we'll do, yeah, what we'll do, audience is like we'll keep. Oh, obviously when I go hang with him, we'll because like I'm obviously not gonna fucking just closure our locations, but we're about an hour and a half apart. So what I figure we'll do is we'll just we'll keep doing this shit and we'll just kind of watch Planet separately and then maybe about a month we'll do both seasons in one review because that'll be a long video. So like because that's 48 episodes. But like, no, the ending though. After like, because then like obviously that's the bad ending, and then like because of all the good, like that was one thing I've seen a lot of people not understand. Obviously, I picked it up not to be a narcissist, but like that's my thing. Not that's my thing. I dissect media. Like that's the only thing I'm worth at life is dissecting shit.
Well, I mean, it's what you do for your chosen profession you're trying to get into.
Exactly. So like you get into the fact that obviously he's supposed to be the robot and his kid's supposed to be the little girl and he did so many good deeds obviously that all the stars he collected throughout the way equaled the fact that he could have a new restart. So he got a
Yep.
new restart, and obviously he chose the right path so that he could have a happy family. And yeah, we'll get into that. We'll do a full thing on that in like a month or so. But like, yeah, Clanted, epic. But
And
like,
and one more tangent because I can't remember who fucking recommended it to me. Did you recommend me watching Plunderer?
I did.
I did watch it and I loved it.
You did love it,
Dude, I
dude.
pounded through it in like a couple days.
Dude, Plunder is such a like a fucking great concept.
It really is. We should do a video on that one if you haven't already done one on your
I haven't.
reviews.
I haven't. We could. Shit. What
That's
we could.
definitely what we should do,
I mean,
man.
what we could do is when I come over, and if it works in a couple weeks, we could just fucking rewatch that since it's a 24 episode. Like we get that done in one day and do a video.
Yeah, we could do that. That sounds like a good plan because
That sounds
I
like.
recently did watch it, but I'd love to go through it again. It's one of those ones that I don't think is ever really gonna get old.
Oh no, I
It
have it
could be.
on Blu-ray. So
Did it release this year or last year?
that was last year.
Well,
It came with a 3D panorama.
yeah.
Let me tell you something, folks. Mr. Squids likes to order limited edition Blu-ray box sets, and that's it. That's my guilty pleasure. So I last night could not sleep, and not to. I'm not gonna say the city, so that's not really giving away my information. But in the state of Minnesota, it is legal to smoke marijuana,
Yes, sir, it
and
is.
I smoked a lot of weed last night because I could not sleep because it is 95 degrees and I'm a fat ass bitch weighing a nice 240. And I decided Madison should go on to Right Stuff Anime, his favorite anime website, and order $600 worth of limited box sets.
Jesus.
That's normal though. But the
See,
thing.
last night I was playing Starfield.
I heard. I'm like messaging Alex last night, and I'm like, he's busy. I know he is. I knew Starfield was coming out, but I'm like, I'm gonna message him anyways, and hope he has a good time watching Angel Cop. And then this motherfucker messages me and goes, I woke up at 7 this morning and watched Angel Cop. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right.
Well, bro, fucking new video game drop, and it's one I've actually been kind of excited for.
That is a From Software game, isn't it?
No, it's a Bethesda game, and it definitely
Which
is a Bethesda game.
which game am I thinking of? The other one,
Armored Core 6.
Armor Core. That's what I'm thinking of. See,
Which is pretty fun, but I didn't know what I was gonna play when I bought it, and I would rather have like a mech game with more free roam instead of mission based
well.
bullshit.
Here's the thing too. Sadly, I hate to say it, but until Elden Ring came out, like the Dark Souls game and Bloodborne were great. But
Yeah.
until Elden Ring came out, From Software wasn't mainstream.
No, they weren't.
It was cliche as fuck. You had to be in that.
Not cliche. I don't think that's the word you're looking for, Madison. I think the word is
But
niche.
okay, you're right. I'm buzzed. It was it was niche as fuck. You're right. Thanks, Alex. Um,
You're welcome. I'm here all night to correct people
he'll be correcting me for the next who knows how long. But yeah,
until I
no,
get too buzzed.
yeah, until we both get too buzzed to correct anybody, and then we're just fucked. But no, yeah, it's too niche. And then like Elden Ring came out, and for some reason, everybody loved Elden Ring. And to be fair,
Well, it was like a
compa-
better Skyrim, but with Souls elements.
well, here's the
But I never
thing.
played it all the way through because I suck at video games lately.
Well, here's the thing, though. The only difference was open world.
Yeah, people love open world games now. People do not like structured levels. And I actually kind of hate it because Like I did just bag on Armor Core a little bit for having structured levels, but that's because their levels are so fucking short, at least in the early part of the game. And I'd
R-
rather, play through my level that takes more than 15 fucking minutes.
right, that's understandable. I get
See,
that.
I like disconnected semi-open world. That is my favorite type of game. So like if we want to go back to like Kingdom Hearts even, I would consider that a semi-open world game.
Yeah. And I mean, like, recently, I actually just restarted playing for the first time in years, Bloodborne.
Semi-open world, I'd say.
Yeah, I'd say Bloodborne's semi-open world, and it's been all right. Like that. After you said that, like, I definitely enjoyed Elden Ring more than Bloodborne. Like, now that you've said that, I put like maybe 300 some hours in Elden Ring in the last year.
Oh
So,
damn, dude.
but compared
You
to
beat
other
me up
people,
with some games.
that's not that bad.
I know, my fucking ex has like 2,000 plus hours in The Sims.
Well, she needs a life. Um,
She really
but
does. I mean, she
but we
fucking
won't we won't get into that.
we're not gonna spill that drama, that tea, but Maddie knows who I'm talking about.
To put that many hours into one game. I mean, obviously, do you know Asmongold, don't you?
Yeah.
He puts like 1,000, 1,500 hours into some games, but like that's spread out, and his profession is gaming.
Yeah.
But
See, I top
if your
off at about
profession,
100 hours, and then I'm like, I spent enough time for to justify 50, $60.
right, if your profession's not gaming and you start hitting the thousands, we need to talk
We
because
really do. That were like
that's
the only games
fucking
he ever played.
that's fucking sad. Because like I'm not trying to judge people, but like, and I'm not trying to get into libertarian conservative bullshit, but like get a fucking job.
So, for the most part, too, I could see if you're like a league player, a League of Legends player or something like that, pushing that several hour mark. Because if you haven't noticed, usually like a League of Legends or like a Counter-Strike player,
They're a virgin
that's all they fucking play.
or that, yeah.
Like that's really all they play. And yeah, they might be a virgin, but even we get laid, dude.
Oh, every now and then,
Every
but
now and again.
I have a personality too. I listen to K-pop.
I have a personality too. I listen to trap and metal and pop punk.
Oh, poop punk, baby, poop
Poop
punk.
punk. Poop
Actually, I
punk.
was actually listening to Against Me tonight. Does that count as poop punk?
I don't know. I heard he's a tranny now though.
He is, or she is,
And he still
or
sings in she's whatever. We're
yeah.
not going to get into that sort of stuff. We're
We're not
probably going
getting
to
into
get this
politics, yeah. But
probably
like,
going to get this video canceled just misgendering people, but yeah,
well,
she I heard
right,
is came out as transsexual, but she still sings with her like very
male
manly pop punk
tone,
voice, which
right. But
throws me off a little
I
bit.
also listen to a lot of. I think he got the shit end of the stick, but Skiba with the Alkaline Trio. I fucking love Alkaline Trio,
Alkaline Trio, I need to get more into them because I've always loved a lot of their shit, but
dude.
like I haven't
Alkaline
gotten into it.
Trio, even like as everybody, well, not everybody, but a lot of people know. The last like 3 4 years, I've just become a J-pop, K-pop fanatic, and Alex judges me for it. But
I don't judge you. Everyone's got their musical tastes.
but like,
I would judge you if you said I love country music because no one should love country music. And
see that,
that's a hot take that I will stand
and like,
by.
I will make a whole video one day because I actually plan on making a sub channel just about K-pop and J-pop music. But that's for a different channel at a different time. But like at least like I know the producers and like a lot of shit sucks in the K-pop, J-pop industry. I mean, at least J-pop wise, like I listen to a lot of shit, but like a lot of my shit I listen to is like under Yabba Cube, which is run by Kanyan, who is an independent chick that has her own label and has a bunch of idol groups underneath. Long story short, badass punk idol shit. But K-pop is brutal because like the producers, push you to do so much shit. They push you to
I heard
fucking
they
do
pretty much
this. They
don't
push
even
you
know themselves at certain points.
right, and it sucks dick because I feel bad for them. But like a lot of them, like they learn choreo, they learn their vocals, they do promotion. Like they're fucking crazy. So whenever somebody whines about a concert ticket, like I just bought a ticket for a concert in Chicago in November for $250. That is a VIP though, so I get to meet
Okay,
them.
so the reason why I whine about concert tickets is a lot of the bands now I get. It's just me being old. It really is because a lot of the bands I want to go see are bands I saw for 5, 10 bucks back in the day, but now their tickets are pushing $100.
What bands are
You know.
these?
Well, like so, for example, I'm gonna go see. Well, I'm going to that Motionless show with Knocked Loose and After the Burial. I've seen After the Burial for like $5.
My
And
coworker
those
wants my
Motionless tickets.
my My
If
coworker
I
wants
I
to
see him
go.
there, dude,
Should
we're
I
gonna
go to
tear
that
that
show?
fucking. Yeah, we're gonna tear that shit up when he arfs.
So should I go to that show?
Yeah, I'll be there.
Okay. Well, here's the irony though, not to ruin your how much are tickets for that?
I think it was like $70,
Holy
something like
fucking
that.
shit. Are you
Yeah,
going to the
I've seen.
Bless the Fall show this month?
No, I was never a huge Bless the Fall fan after Craig Mabbitt died.
What? Well, here's the thing.
I
Actually,
listened. I listened
ironically,
to Mabbitt
not
era Bless
not
the
to be
Fall.
the metalcore YouTube channel, since this is a YouTube channel about anime, but I don't give a fuck anymore. This is a podcast. I can talk about whatever the hell we want to. But
Yeah, even though we have the Angel Cop as our fucking banner right now.
we will get back to Angel Cop. If they want Angel Cop, I will put a timestamp in the comments.
We're just both very ADHD and we don't phone call each other. So it's just gonna happen, guys. It's
Yes,
just gonna happen. You're gonna have to accept it.
Alex and I both have ADD. So, like, I was diagnosed as a child, and I'm pretty sure Alex was too.
In the
So,
first fucking grade, because I was sitting in the back of the classroom singing Iron Maiden
I
songs
was gonna
to
say
myself.
I was diagnosed in like second grade, so pretty much the same thing. But like, ironically, did you listen to the new Escape the Fate album today?
I did not because it's weird because I love Mabbit era
Hold on.
Bless the Fall.
Before you say anything, I listened to it this morning at work. It's my favorite Escape. It's my most favorite Escape the Fate album since the self-titled.
Okay, I'm gonna have to give Mabbit era Escape the Fate
It's
another chance.
it's heavy
I'm gonna have to
slash
give it a chance.
slightly modern.
Okay, I have to ask you a serious question. Do you listen to Electric Callboy?
Huh. You mean Electric Cowboy or
No,
Eskimo
Electric
Cowboy?
Callboy. It was
Eskimo
it was
Cowboy?
Eskimo Callboy until they decided to get all politically correct with it.
I
But
used to back in the day.
have you heard their song We Got the Moves?
Yeah, I know that one.
Have you watched the video?
I haven't watched the video though. No.
Unironically, that is one of my favorite videos right now.
Here's the thing. You're gonna love the new Escape the Fate album. I honestly didn't know what to think after Hate Me and the other album they had, but I listened to it this morning at work, and I was very happy. My buddy actually was like, "Have you heard the new Escape the Fate album?" And I'll be honest with you, I've seen Escape the Fate with Craig Mabbitt 11 times.
Oh, Craig Mabbitt does have such a good voice. I really should give
Craig
him a second chance, but like
Mabbitt is a fucking god.
at the
Like,
same time, I really hate when bands switch vocalists. I do.
but here's the thing.
I
Here's
do
the thing.
not
Here's the
like
thing. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. As Andy Biersack once said, "Here's the thing." Uh, Ronnie only did one album.
I know. Well, one
Craig,
album and a demo EP type of thing.
exactly. And Ronnie's a piece of shit who does the same song 50 times now.
He really is. I mean, he's starting to branch out, but he's just branching out into safe territory.
Exactly. And Craig Mabbitt has experimented and tried, and Craig is a fantastic post-hardcore vocalist.
He really is, though.
And the first time I seen them, I remember I was at 7/8 of an inch in my ears. I was 17. I was hold on. Here's here's the reason I remember that. It's because they were red silicone plugs.
That's such a good reason to remember that. It's just funny that you judge time by how big your ears were.
Yes, 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 yes. And I was wearing a Motley Crue Shout at the Devil t-shirt, and I was 17, and Ungrateful had just came out. And I went and seen them, and I was in the front row, and the first time Craig Mabbitt comes up to me, and me and my buddies, Mitch, who you met in another video, and Curtis,
Yeah.
who everybody else has never met and you'll never meet because Curtis does not watch much anime except for like Perfect Blue and other shit like that. But we both went, we all went, and we got there like an hour early, and we heard sound check, and it was awesome. And we went to the show, and Craig like fist bumped me like after the first song. He's like, "Love your fucking t-shirt, man." I was like, "Hell yeah, Motley Crue, America." And like, and then he gave me another compliment later, but like, dude, like it was a great show, and like Craig is like a down to earth fucking metalcore vocalist. He's great at screaming, and if you don't want the clean shit, just listen to Dead Rabbits because Dead Rabbits is fucking metalcore as fuck.
So I'm gonna give Craig another chance, but if we're gonna talk about post-hardcore for a couple seconds here. Do you want to know what kind of pisses me off?
A lot of shit, but let's hear
Alexis
it.
on Fire is touring, but they're
Yeah,
touring with Kim Dracula and fucking Avenged Sevenfold. Now, I'm not gonna say I wouldn't mind seeing Kim Dracula. I don't listen to him a lot, but he falls into that style of music that I do like.
yeah.
But I don't want to see Avenged Sevenfold again.
Oh, come on. I
I
seen
really
a.
don't.
Here's the thing. I seen Avenged Sevenfold at that free concert they had 6 years ago.
Okay.
I waited 7 hours in line to go to that free concert. 1,000 people at First Avenue.
Whew.
And it was a great fucking show. How
They
and
put on a fantastic show, but
dude,
it's just like
how
I
many?
don't like where their music went.
Here's the thing, though. I loved their new album. I
I'll have to check the new album
love,
out.
I loved their new album. It was so crazy. I didn't like the stage.
But
I did
everything
not.
since pretty much everything since like a few songs off of Nightmare, I haven't really liked. Now I
Since
haven't
the
delved fully into their
since
albums, but
since
like
the Rev died,
pretty
you,
much.
you can just say that.
The
Yeah,
Rev was the backbone of the
but
band. The band is still good, but
it,
it's not the same
well,
band.
here's the thing. Hail to the King was ass. The stage had a couple of good songs, but their newest album, I'll admit, I haven't listened to it much recently. But when it first came out, I listened to it every day for like a month, like 3 4 weeks. It was really
So
good. It's got like old A7X hardcore punk. It's got a bunch of vibes that I think you'll actually pretty much like. There's no strict genre to this album, but like,
see, because I think their top twos were, of course, Waking the Fallen. I'm gonna
yep,
date myself a little bit there, and then like City of Evil had some fucking jams on it, but I actually think the self-title was better than City of Evil.
I agree. I agree. But
Yeah, so
but this has been 30 minutes on this. Let's get back to Angel Cop.
Angel Cop. Okay,
Wait,
so
I
so
got.
I'm going to see Hot Mulligan in Spanish love songs.
Oh my god! I think, like I said, everybody, like they at this point, if they've already done it, they have. But like this will keep the 18 to 25-year-old retention rate from talking about metalcore post hardcore bands. This will keep them. This will keep them now. But like
You're gonna
Angel
have
Cop.
you're gonna have more fans, and they're not gonna be like, "Well, this guy likes fucking metal. This guy likes emo music.
Here's
Well,
the
well,
here's the
maybe
irony,
anime is
people.
cool too."
If everybody likes us talking about this, let me know in the comments because I will start a second channel, which I've kind of thought about, which will inquire metal, K-pop, J-pop, just music. But I want to know there'll be some retention there. Either way,
And of
it.
course, I will guest star on that channel and
Oh,
give you guys more of my phenomenal antics.
yeah. Let us know if you like that, because if you do, I have thought about starting a second channel for that. I just want to know because obviously I have my anime fans, and not everybody that's an anime fan is gonna like J-pop, K-pop, and metal and hardcore and punk. So let us know. But back to Angel Cop. So obviously, like we said, third about
30
20,
minutes ago.
20, 30 minutes ago, before we got distracted by that. Angel does the two shots to the chest, two shots to the head, brain explosion of pure fucking fantastic orgasmic animation.
And
Uh,
I don't even think that was my favorite moment of brutality, dude. Like,
oh
I'm gonna
no,
admit that right now.
it wasn't. But however, for being like the first opening of like instant brutality, they brought it to the table. Like
They
they
really
were
did.
the animators weren't fucking around. Like they were like, "Oh hey, guess what? We're gonna blow this bitch's head up." But that's not all. And then like after that, like obviously her partner that like so
Ran
they
into the back of the fucking truck, chasing
yeah
down the truck, got all
they're
fucked up
chasing
on a bike.
they're chasing down them terrorists. They get ran down. He falls down, and like she goes and chases them, and the other two people like. And let me just say here. Let me think of her name here. It's what the fuck is her name? It's
Is it
what
the
the f-
other chick in the special forces?
yeah, it's the one that has the
Peace.
is it geese? It's the one that has
Peace.
yeah, the one
The
that has
braids.
the one that has the Marlboro jacket.
Yeah, that's peace.
Yeah, peace. She's a fucking badass. May I mind?
She
Like,
really is.
because I'm being honest with you, Alex watched this no longer than 12 hours ago,
I
and
did.
I watched this no longer than 365 days ago.
Well, I also have the Wikipedia page pulled up because I'm terrible with people's name, let alone anime characters' names.
So you're just like Mitch. Okay. Granted, I'm no better because I couldn't remember her name, but I tried to do the best I can from mental ability
So
because,
you're about to talk about how much of a badass she is, but can we talk about how much fucking product placement is in this damn anime?
dude, that's just it. She's got Camel, she's got Marlboro. What else does she got in her? Marlboro,
A Goodyear
Champion,
hat.
Goodyear. Yes, Goodyear. Like, dude, she is the walking embodiment of product placement. And I
This
fucking.
anime, this is before anime started to change things around because product placement laws and stuff like that came into effect. Because I'm sure you've all noticed that there's a lot of copyright laws in modern media nowadays where they cannot show the product that they're trying to represent. Like, I mean, again, we can go to like the devil is a part timer. Like McRonald's is obviously McDonald's,
Well,
but they can't say that.
Walk Donald's is pretty much the stereotypical genre placement for McDonald's in any anime. Walk
But
Donald's. But yeah, I know
but
what you're
like
saying.
this is back in the day where product placement wasn't frowned upon yet. So like there's a
Mm.
ton of fucking goofy product placement in there.
Oh, 100%. And it's beautiful.
It is gorgeous.
Like, honestly, it made me so happy because she, like you said, she's a literally walking product placement. Like, yeah, like you
She
said,
is.
she's got all that shit on her, and it makes me so happy. And then her partner, what the hell's his name, Mister Wikipedia?
Hacker, which
Hacker.
is coincidentally one of the characters that actually became my favorite character despite his lack of screen time.
You liked Hacker that much?
I liked his whole when they were infiltrating when they first meet the hunters.
Yeah.
I liked his whole infiltration sequence. And My God, like his on the nose fucking code name. I don't know. I loved it. It's like Hacker Man from fucking what is it? Kung Fury. Like it's great.
No,
Not
I'm
old
not.
Hacker.
I'm not judging you. I just curious why he was your favorite character. Cause I'm
His
like,
death though kind of pissed me off.
fuck Death Note. I'm gonna be honest with
No,
you.
his death though, not Death
Oh,
Note, but okay, so Death Note for the first season is pretty good, and then once they kill L off, you can just stop watching.
okay. I'm just deaf, but yeah, no, Death Note. I don't understand why people loved it so much. It was bullshit.
Again, once they kill L off, you can stop watching. The whole back and forth between L and Light was pretty cool. The second character that comes in to replace Light, which I mean L, which I'm pretty sure is just some weird reincarnation of L or some shit.
Oh yeah.
Bullshit.
You want to know something really random and weird while we're talking
What?
about this? You want to know what animes came out in 1997?
Which ones?
All right. Princess Mononoke,
I love that one. That's in my all. That's one of my all-time favorite Miyazaki movies. Well, it might be my favorite Miyazaki movie.
Berserk,
Nice.
the best anime, one of the best animes of all time.
Again, I watched one of the movies and I started reading the manga, and I need to
Did
get
you
back to
not
reading.
did you not watch the 1997 anime adaptation?
I don't think I did. So the one I watched was a movie, and what I distinctly remember,
Alex,
and we talked about this on the last podcast,
I know
so
we
you're not
did,
surprised.
but I'm still mad about it because that's the
Well,
best one of the best
what can
animes
I
of all
stream?
time.
What can I stream it on, Maddie? Because I'll stream it next.
You
I'm
can
in
str-
between
you,
animes right now because
you
I'm
can
waiting for releases on Juju and fucking Rurouni Kenshin,
you can stream
and
it on
then
you can stream it on Madison coming to your house in 2 weeks.
we'll do that.
But like Doctor Slump,
I've never seen that one.
I'm just gonna stop this list then because I don't think you've heard of any of these ones. But either way, either way, okay. All I'm gonna
So
say is like you're waiting, dude. Did you watch this week's Kenshin? Dude,
I did not
Kenshin,
watch this week's Kenshin yet.
dude,
I need to
Kenshin.
watch it yet. That was one of those things I was gonna do today, but got it too into Starfield, and it is so fucking good.
I will say this adaptation of Kenshin has been fucking perfect. Like I
It's
love
so good.
the original Kenshin, but like you can tell. I'd have to look at it right now, but like whatever studio is adapting Kenshin right now is doing such a fucking good job. Like,
I did not like the art style. Like I want to say it, dude. Like the art style is almost spot on from what I remember.
yeah, and but the thing is it looks polished as shit. Is the thing,
Exactly.
and like they're doing exactly what like a reboot adaptation should, if that makes sense. Like, let me
Exactly.
let me look up what that is because I'm actually rather curious what the adaptation is because Kenshin.
And what I'm gonna say about Kenshin real quick is one thing I am excited for is because I was so excited for Kenshin, you got me even more excited for it. So I started watching it subbed. I again, Squid fans, am not a subbed watcher for the most part.
You
I
ready for
will if
this though?
that's the
You ready for
only
this
thing
though?
available.
If this before you continue on, Goblin
Yep.
Slayer season 2 is also being adapted by the studio.
Okay, I need to watch season one yet. I
Um,
started it.
you didn't finish Goblin Slayer,
I didn't, but that's because at the time
dude.
I think I got into another video game.
Leadin Studios is actually a fucking great studios. I love them. They're doing
It's-
this other one this season called Rise of the Altair, and it's a fucking like fantasy D&D slice of life esque one. And then
cool.
they did this other one last year that which is actually honestly one of my favorite animes of all time called Yofukashi no Yuta or Call of the Night, which is like a trying to think what genre you'd classify it as. Um, What's a related anime? Let me see what they say a related anime is. I can't think of one, but it's like a romance vampire shit. But it's fucking great. Like it's one of my favorite animes or mangas of all
Dancing the
time.
Vampire Bund
Yeah, dude,
with
it's
weird
fucking.
with
It's like
weird like 4,000-year-old, but really only like 13-year-old titties.
no, the main chick is like maybe like 30, 40, and the other guy is like maybe 16, 17. So not too bad. But
I
like
mean, I've just come to terms with the fact that if I'm watching anime, I'm gonna watch a bunch of high schoolers, and I just have to be okay with the fact that they're drawn on
and
high
then
school
and then
titties.
another studio or another anime they did was one of my favorite animes actually of all time. Um do you remember me recommending Blade of the Immortal, the 2019 adaptation?
I swear to God, I have actually watched part of that. What?
It was
Hold
actually,
on.
ironically, it was a Net or Amazon exclusive.
No, I swear to God, I've watched Blade of the Immortal and some, maybe the older
Well,
version.
if it was the 2008 adaptation, it was ass.
I go, if that's 2017. You said 2008
2000
adaptation?
was ass, yeah, but 2019 was the good one.
Because I probably watched the 2008. No, it doesn't look familiar.
Dude, Blade of the Immortal is one of my favorite animes of all time. Like, I
I'm gonna have
have
to
it
give it a
up.
shot.
So what I'm understanding is now that my car's fixed, is like every other weekend I'm gonna have to come to your house,
And
and we're
make me
gonna
watch anime that you
and
love.
yeah, once my kid's gone, I'll just come to your house and we'll just uh, go through shit I think you would love. Because I'm not gonna make you watch shit I don't think you would love, because I'm not that much of a douchebag.
Well, I mean,
But
so if you make me watch the shit you don't think I would love, like, I might end up loving it. So I'm fine with that kind of stuff.
well,
I'm fine
that's
with being introduced to new stuff.
that's true. But I also want you to get introduced to something I think you would love, though.
Yeah.
So, but I've got a list. We've got a list of like 5 animes within like 2 hours now, though. So, but the lead-in films does great, as we've established.
Okay. And back to my thought before, with Rurouni Kenshin specifically, I'm watching it subbed. Yeah, subbed because I really wanted to watch it, and I usually don't watch subbed anime, so I know if there is an English dub, and I think they did announce that there's gonna be an English dub. I just don't know how far off it is yet.
Nihongo Jozu desu ka?
I will watch the English dub after I watch the sub too. I will get to watch it
Oh,
twice.
Amerikajin baka desu ka?
Dude, I'm just gonna start making pots and pan noises, and I'm gonna sound really racist.
I just called you a stupid American, but that works. That's okay.
Oh,
I'm a stupid American too. I've been doing Japanese for like 2 years, but like I'm better at reading and writing than I am English or speaking it, so don't feel too bad.
I'm gonna eventually get on that grind so I can sit and watch and thoroughly enjoy
Well,
instead of having to
hey,
read through my animes.
I know I won't be traveling to Japan for another year or two, so I still got another year or two of grinding. So after 4 years, if I don't have it down, I'm retarded. And then once my kid is 16, I plan on moving there for like a year or two. So
Yeah.
at that point, I think in the next 10 years, if my Nihongo, if I'm not Nihongo Jozu, um, Baka,
Culturally, bro, they're gonna fucking hate you
why?
because you're all tatted up and shit.
Well,
That's a
yeah,
big faux pas in Japan.
it depends where you go. If
You're gonna be out
if
there
you
hanging out with the
I
Yakuza watching anime with them.
if you go to like the southern regions like Tokyo and their prefectures like Osaka and Akihabara, I'll be fine because these younger generations don't they love tattoos and piercing. But the further you go north from there, no bueno. No,
Yeah.
no good. As long as I stick to Akihabara and Osaka. But here's the thing, like Plank Stars and like Zutomayo and all those groups I want to see and all the cafe bars I want to go to, they're all Tokyo, Akihabara,
Okay.
Osaka region. So I'll be fine.
We should get back
However,
on Angel Cop though, because we're tangenting hard again.
oh, we always do. But back to
We will.
Angel Cop. So
Okay.
after all that shit happens, obviously, we're already on an hour now, so we should probably actually get back to Angel Cop.
So yeah, they scoop up the guy, the people who are doing like I can't remember the name of the group, but it's a cybernetics group. They scoop up
Yep,
the guy that got, hit by ran into the back of the vehicle,
yep,
and they do some experiments on him and give him RoboCop powers for the most
that
part.
that was
Um,
what the fuck's his nuts? It was the one that was working with Angel, right? Because
yeah,
like
Raid.
because Angel was doing her task. And then like after that the guy's like, forget about me. Go after the other guys. And then he calls her heartless even after he tells her to go after the other guys. And that was a Sakada, wasn't it?
Well, so we gotta
Isama
we gotta ask.
Isamu Isam
Raiden. Raiden is his code name. We'll just
Oh
call
yeah.
him Raiden.
Yes, you're right. You're right. I'm just going after the
So
technical names, but yeah.
So let's add some context to that. So when she leaves and he's like, go on without me, she's just like, all right, and fucking dips.
Yep.
Like, she was kind of heartless at that point. But I will give it to Angel by the end of the series, she's kind of gotten softer.
Well yeah,
Like,
but that's who
again,
you
this isn't justice, this is bananas. If
That's
this
how.
is justice, then I'm bananas.
that's how. That's how you make your hard ass protagonist woman relatable.
But I was gonna talk about my favorite gore scene. So my favorite gore scene I think happens around episode 3 or 4. And at this point, they've all found out about the hunters. The hunters
Yep.
are another group that was created to
By
get
that
rid of
scientist.
terrorists. Yes, but they were created to get rid of terrorists, and they used psychic powers, latent psychic powers. So these are people who already had psychic abilities but were enhanced through
Yeah.
science. Um,
Science.
but so they find out. So let's give a little pretext. So Lucifer starts going crazy and just starts killing people, and Azura and Freya kind of figure out, hey, this isn't right. You're just kind of killing people, and you're just sort of killing people because you're twisting it around, and this is what you want to do. But like for the most part, you later on find out that she was literally fed the lies. Like she drank the Kool-Aid. Um,
Oh, she drank the
and
Kool-Aid hard.
yeah, she drank the Kool-Aid hard. So then Freya and Lucifer leave her. Um, the right-hand man of the main detective gets murderized in a very murderization way. Like she sticks her fucking fingers into his head, dude, and it's like, I will know where everyone is. I'm gonna rape your mind. And fucking so then they're trying to transport like the main leader of the terrorist organization. I think it's what is that called? It's Red something, but it's a communist
Um,
terrorist organization. I'm actually trying to pull it up right
I
now.
was
So
gonna say I could probably figure it out pretty quick. Let me look on my anime list if they have a.
Red May, Red
Yeah,
May.
there we go.
So the Red May is the leader of the Red May, and they have him captured. They've had him captured for a while. We talked about that moment where they did the torture on him and all that other stuff. Well, they're trying to transport him to a new location because the evil, corrupt government decided that they were going to go after the special forces and attack their building and whatnot. And honestly, like all the special forces pretty much survived that attack, if I remember correctly.
Yep, they did
Um,
pretty much.
they do, and they do it in such an awesome way, such a badass way. They lay like traps down, all this other shit. You got fucking what's his nuts?
Which one?
I'm trying to figure out his name real quick so
You
I can
talking
actually.
Mr.
Oh,
Scientist?
Quada. No,
Yeah.
Kawada. You got fucking Kawada standing in the fucking window with like an AR just fucking shooting down at people and stuff like that. And but the most like my favorite part of Brutality is when they're on that bridge, they're trying to transport the guy. Lucifer finds them because she mind rapes the dude. And
She mind rapes the dude. I mean,
well, that's what she calls it.
you're not wrong. Shit, you're not wrong, but
That's what she calls it. Like, I'm sorry if your audience is a little sensitive to the word. I will firmly tell your audience that I'm a believer that words are just words and you choose whether or not to believe.
if my audience is offended by that, we have a lot to talk about because like I talk about a lot of shit. So I mean, like I
Well,
watch
again, I'm
I
a
watch Ray Zero and Mashoko Tensei. So you're fine.
and again, I'm a firm believer, audience, that words are just words and you get to choose whether or not you're offended by them, whether or not they
Yep,
affect you. Sticks and stones may break your bones, but words will never hurt you, you know,
that's
that
right.
kind of shit.
Yep.
Um, a lesson that's been lost over the past like 10 years, but we're not going to get into that.
No.
So they're on the bridge, and it's actually the main leader of the terrorist organization. His death is probably my favorite moment of Brutality, where fucking Lucifer literally like psychics him up to the top of the bridge and like rips his body in half and shit, and there's just like a waterfall of blood coming down from it. Like it's not even that bad, but visually it's a great moment.
Yeah.
Or like in that same scene, like one of my other favorite scenes in there is like when she's pulling the rivets off the bridge and shooting them through cars.
Yep.
That's just it's insane visually. And then you've got a lot of once you get later into the series, you got a lot of almost Ghost in the Shell type of visual moments where, you know, Lucifer's all hooked up to these wires and stuff. And it's a very visually stunning anime. And one thing I did want to touch on, and I thought about this while I was watching it, was there's something about these characters' eyes. I
Yeah,
don't know
no.
what it is.
It was that 80s, 90s eyes effect, dude. That's what it
Like
was.
the eyes were mesmerizing throughout this whole series.
hmm
Like
No.
everyone's eyes.
Yeah. No, for real though. Like it was one of those things that like everybody hates me for talking about it, but like it reminds me a lot of like the 2000s slash early 2010s eye effects that they had.
Yeah.
I love the fuck out of that. Everybody hates
Well,
it,
like
but I
well,
love
like
the
I would even compare the level of like these eyes too. So if your viewers have watched Jujutsu Kaisen, I know you have not, but Gojo's eyes in Jujutsu Kaisen, it's on that level. And like, hold on a second. We're not we're not on Discord, so I can't just send you a message on
I
Discord.
know that's the bummer side, but
Yeah. So fucking I wanted to pull fucking up an image of Gojo's eyes in Jujutsu Kaisen, dude, because like I'm gonna say it, dude, you should really give it a chance.
I tried.
So, how far did you get?
Season one.
All of season one?
Yeah.
Season two, they changed the art style, but it's literally just a flashback from when Gojo was a little younger and kind of gives you pretense to the
So it's
main
some
antagonist and
that's some
Gojo's relationship.
that's some Demon Slayer shit.
Well, I'm not gonna say it's some Demon Slayer shit, so
Dude,
I'm gonna
don't even get
firmly
me wrong, dude. Demon Slayer like was boring.
so
All the way until the second half of season three.
with the animation style change though, um,
I
it's
don't
a
go.
little more simplified, which I
Okay.
do not like because I really liked the detail in the first season. Like you have to admit you watched the whole first season. The
Yep.
detail in the animation was on fucking point. You might
Was
have
it?
not been super into the story.
I can't remember. Was it Studio Mappa?
It was Mappa, and it is Mappa again, but Mappa changed animators or directors. I can't remember between the first and second
Guess
season.
what? Guess what?
What?
Who gives a fuck? We got Chainsaw Man season 2 coming next year.
Ugh, don't even fucking get me started. I already have. So, to
Who
risk
gives a
sounding like a
who
broken
gives a
record,
who gives a fuck about Jujutsu Kaisen when we
so,
got Chainsaw Man season 2?
so, to risk sounding like a broken record right now, my body is spread. I'm already sweating and I'm ready.
You like to sweat and you like to fucking cum a lot, don't you? Because
I
you're gonna
do.
fucking. Did you read the manga after I told you to?
I'm up to the point where they are in hell. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Well, this shit's gonna get whack. Okay. So
Because
the
I think I have 2 chapters left.
the manga, yeah, I was just gonna say the mangaka, he just like started rewriting it because he wrote the first couple arcs and then he took a break and then he started rewriting it again. And
And honestly, I'm gonna look up a lot more of this guy's stuff because, as I said on the last video, I watched a whole video just on the mangaka.
yeah,
This guy, this guy, I'm gonna watch fucking Fire Punch. I'm not watch. I'm gonna read Fire Punch. I don't even care. It's gonna happen,
well,
and
you
I'm gonna
wanna?
read a lot of his little single releases and stuff like that because they all sound really fucking good.
Well, I was gonna say, do you want to know something crazy?
What?
He wrote this. He wrote this manga. Okay, and Fire Punch is great, right?
Okay.
But he wrote one of his very, very, very first mangas called Sayonara Ere or Goodbye Ere is a
Yep.
one. It's a one volume manga, right? And it's about this
Yep.
bitch suffering from a terminal illness, and like
Yep.
it's I don't want to get too much into it, but like it's about her like last hours of footage and like her death, and like it's only one volume, like it's not very long, but it was one of the very first things he ever did.
Yep.
Brilliant.
Dude, I really should send you that video that I watched on him because I think, because, like, dude, this guy is a weird fucking dude, but
Oh,
I
he
love it.
is. Oh, dude, that was
Like,
one of my. It's honestly one of my favorite mangas I ever read. And if I
like fucking,
I'm looking.
did you know that his fucking pet goldfish died and instead of burying it, he just ate it?
Oh yeah,
He's a fucking weird
I
dude.
dude, like he's one of my favorite mangaka of all time. Like this manga, like I'm not even exaggerating. It's rated at 8.7 by
Well, so
seven
like,
by 70,000 viewers, right?
well, so,
And
so
it's
like, the
all
thing I
only
love about
one
this guy
volume.
too, the thing I love about this guy too is like, granted, I don't think his art is the best art ever. It's very
Okay,
simple.
okay. Here's the thing though.
It's
Have you read
But the way
the
he lays out
Chainsaw
his
Man?
fucking
The
panels,
panels.
though,
I
dude.
was just gonna say the
The way he
panels,
lays out
dude.
his fucking
Yeah.
panels is fucking glorious.
I say Tatsuki Fujimoto with his panel work. It's not even his animation. I agree with you. It's his panel work. The way he lays out his panels is fucking brilliant.
It really is. It draws your eye across the panel in a
Yeah.
way that like you could almost imagine the animation at the same time.
Yeah. You
Like
his, his
it really gives your brain that ability to fill in those gaps, but it holds your hand and leads you to the point.
yeah. No, I agree. I fully 100% agree with you. Like not like I'm gonna say like for once like we never agree on anything, but like it's
This is like a
just
big agreement.
it's he does so good. Like he's such a fucking brilliant mangaka. Like well, the only other thing I could like pretend that like my opinion mattered on is have you ever read the Monogatari series?
No, but I mean, if you send me some recommendations, dude, I will spend some money.
I no, this is not a spend some money on. This is Madison bring the anime. Um,
Fair,
this is like 60, 70 episodes of anime.
fair enough. Fair enough.
Include
That's like weekends.
because like this is gonna be a Madison. I need something to watch this weekend, and by this weekend I mean Madison. Um, we have a lot to watch, you and I. I'll be honest with
We
you.
we do because you're more versed into this